You know the feeling, right? You're completely in the zone, deep in focus, and then, boom, out of nowhere, your mind just gets totally hijacked by some random thought. Well, what if I told you there's a super simple but really powerful way to tame that inner voice? That's exactly what we're going to break down right now.
I know, it sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? Taming a distracting thought in just 3 breaths? It feels like there should be more to it. But really, think of it like a mental reset button that gets you back on track fast. We're talking about a tool that can stop one of those thought spirals before it even gets going.
Okay, so let's picture this. You're really trying to concentrate on something. Maybe you're writing an important email, or you're just trying to read a book, enjoy a quiet moment, and then it happens. That one little thought just pops into your head, completely uninvited.
It always starts small, right? Something like, oh man, did I forget to reply to that email? But it's never just one thought, is it? Before you know it, you're not even in the room anymore. You're mentally scrolling through your inbox, and that little knot of anxiety starts to form in your stomach. And then, of course, the self-doubt kicks in. What if they didn't like my work? It's like a chain reaction. That one little worry connects to a dozen others, and suddenly you've got this cascade of mental clutter that just completely wrecks your focus. And boom, just like that, you're lost. You've been pulled completely out of what you were doing. And now you're stuck in this internal monologue about everything except what's happening right now. Your focus is just gone. So the big question is, how do we get it back?
Okay, so this is where things get interesting. We've talked about the problem. Now let's talk about the solution. It's a technique called thought labeling. And really, it's like having a mental reset button you can press anytime, one that lets you notice a distraction without getting totally swept away by it. Now, the absolute key here is that phrase, without judgment. Seriously, this is not about fighting your thoughts or getting mad at yourself for getting distracted. We all do that. Instead, it's about simply noticing them. You just give the thought a name and you let it pass. It's a gentle interruption, not some kind of mental battle. And believe it or not, this simple little sentence is your most powerful tool. The second you notice your mind has wandered off, you just calmly say to yourself, I'm having a worry thought. That's it. Just by naming it, you create a little bit of distance. You instantly shift from being lost in the worry to being the person who is simply noticing the worry. That's a huge difference. So, how does this actually work in the real world? Well, it's a super simple 3-step process. It's designed to be used the second you feel that distraction strike. Let's break it down. Okay, so step 1, you label it. You say the words, I'm having a worry thought. Step 2, you immediately pivot your attention away from that thought and onto something physical, the feeling of your own breathing. And then step 3, once you feel a little more grounded, you just gently guide your focus back to whatever you were doing. It's that simple. Notice, breathe, return. So you might be wondering, how long do I have to focus on my breath? Just 3. Only 3 full cycles. In fact, let's do it right now. Take a deep breath in and out. That's 1. Another one in, and let it go. 2. And one last time, a full breath, and release. 3. See? That tiny pause is literally all it takes to break a thought's momentum and pull you right back to the present moment. And this isn't just a quick fix you use once. It's really about building a powerful mental habit. Every single time you use this technique, you're not just dodging a distraction. You're actually training your brain, kind of like a muscle, to be more focused and less reactive over the long run. I mean, look at this transformation. This is the whole point. On one side, you've got a mind that's been hijacked, stuck in this reactive worry loop. And on the other, you're back in the driver's seat. You're present, you're composed, you're grounded, you're learning to navigate the distraction instead of letting it control you. So why does this simple little trick work so well? Well, first off, it completely breaks that cycle of worry before it can really get going. Second, just by labeling the thought, you're taking a step back and just observing it, which takes away its power. Third, focusing on your breath literally calms your nervous system down. It's like turning down the volume on your anxiety. And finally, like I said, every time you do it, you're giving your focus muscle a little workout. Now, this next point is maybe the most important takeaway of all. The goal here is not to have a perfectly empty mind. I mean, that's impossible, right? The real goal is to change your relationship with your thoughts, to be able to see them come and go without getting tangled up in them. This technique helps you become an observer of your mental drama instead of the main actor. So the next time that inner voice starts trying to pull you away from what you're doing, you've got your tool, right? A simple label,
3 deep breaths, and a gentle return to the present. So the only question left for you is, what important, meaningful, or even joyful thing are you going to bring your focus back to?